Hello and welcome. My name is Kat and I run Loops by Kat, and today I'm gonna start a little vlog and take you along while I crochet and make up patterns for different Pokemon. I want to start a new project today, and I kind of have the feeling that I want to do something butterfly-ish, insect-like, with these type of wings. So I look through my Pokédex and I'm thinking either like a Butterfree, standard little dude, or a Venomoth. And then I scroll down to Scyther. I saw him and I was like, you know what? It's gonna be it. It's gonna be him. Okay, I found some green colors. I got like a lot. And I also got like a yellow. I got like these. I feel like I'm gonna use this one and probably the one out here in the front. I just did a little drawing, or like half of Scyther. So he has like a weird shaped head. I decided I wanted to give him like a vest, because it looks like he has a like vest that matches his bottom here, but is like a light green inside. And I wanted to show that through, and I think it's gonna be easy to construct in that way. So he's gonna get a vest. And then his head is like a little weird. He has small fairy wings, his little claw, and a boot, apparently, is what it looks like. So he's gonna have boots and he's gonna have a vest. For yarn, I actually looked a little closer and I ended up going with these two. They seem to be a better match, with a bright green and like a sage kind of green. It was the closest I had to the light green that would match this. I'm not sure where to start. Usually the smart thing to do is start with the smallest part and build from that, so everything actually matches that. But I can't do that. My brain can't function that. So I think I'm gonna start with this little bottom here and build it upwards to somewhere around the neck area. I started on this piece. I got literally nothing done, but I think this yarn is either like a fabrication fault or something. It is not very nice to work with. It feels very stiff and it like squeaks in the hook and stuff, and this yarn never ever does that. It's never done that for me before. So I'm changing over to a slightly more muted green. It's not neon, but it's more bright than this one, but I'm going to the less bright one because I can't work with this for that long. It's been a few hours and this is how far I've come. I made the body part, I made the little light green, and then the little vest. The little vest is in rows most of the time, back and forth. Then I chained a bit here and still dig back and forth to get the same like stitch pattern. And I think it works nicely. It's the next day. I spent the first few hours of the day finishing editing the last vlog and uploading it, and that's terrifying. So to be able to be in my body at the moment, I'm gonna go for a long bike ride, and hopefully I'll clear up my mind or something. I just came back from the bike ride. 27k was a good ride. I am back home, as you can see, and I just sat down and I've been working a little bit on my Scyther. I made a little shoulder arm thing, and it goes on something like this, and then I need like the claw thingy. What's that called? I'm not sure. I think I will start at the tip here and do like the dark green part up, and then do like a little ridge of a white. This could be one of the pieces that could really be annoying to work with. I got this. It looks questionable. I'm gonna insert a pipe cleaner to make it stable. I'm not gonna show you that because that will look questionable. I did a claw. I think the idea is there. I attached the things, and he's got a little arm thing. He looks weird without a head, but he'll get one eventually. Good morning. It is now 1 p.m. the next day. Last night we ended up making a puzzle. I'll show you the puzzle in a second. This is a puzzle we made. So we ended up finishing that, or doing the whole thing yesterday, and I didn't do much more on Scyther because of that puzzle. I have until 6 p.m. ish to see how far I can get on this little dude. I worked on this thing for a couple hours now. It's almost 6, but I got his legs done. His other claw. I don't know if I showed you that, but I got his legs done. They're a little chunky. They'll cinch in a little when they're sewn on. So far, I think he's very Scyther-like. His legs are maybe a little chunky, but I'm okay with that. I realized I accidentally made this not correct, but I am gonna roll with it because I'm not redoing it. He got like a light gray, light green, little ball thigh thing, and then he got like a thigh cover. He's fancy, I guess. But I think this will be the last for today. I'm seeing some friends, so I'll check in tomorrow and hopefully we'll get him done tomorrow. It's the next day. I've been working on the head for about 20-30 minutes, and I have something like this, which I think I'm good with. I like it. When we put it on, we get something like this, but I think I'm on the right path. It just needs to be a little longer. And then he has some spikes in the back of his head that we need to sew on, I've decided. I considered just crocheting them on, like making them first and then crocheting them into the piece. But I thought that would be a little too like pointing outwards compared to sewing them on and being able to like adjust what way they would be poking out. I got his head done, and I made some spikes for the back, and I made some very creepy looking eyes. With pupils and stuff, I think it's gonna be great. So now the only pieces I actually need are his wings. I'm gonna make his wings in the same color as like the light pieces, so the light green. I'm gonna make them around a chain and then make 2 pieces, double them up and single crochet around them to make it more firm and not curl as much. I finished all of the wings. I have like a pair here. The top wing has like a little of the body color on top, and I added that. I have a slight problem with them though. They're twisting quite a lot. So I think I might try to block them before I sew them on, just to see if that works. Like an alternative would be to use wire, because there is still like a little opening at the bottom here. So I could like thread some wire in there or something. I would just prefer if there wasn't and if it could just block out on its own. So I think I'm gonna try to just wet them and put them down with some needles and hope that they will stay flat after that. This is my attempt at blocking these. I ran out of pins, so I'm gonna have to sew either together to get the pins from it. So I can finish these and hopefully it'll turn out nice. So obviously I have to sew them together. The plan for that, I've taken him apart a bit. So I have these like caps over his thighs. I'm definitely gonna sew those together with the little ball inside. So I have that as one piece rather than two. I'm also gonna sew on the vest. It doesn't really need it in theory because there's gonna be stuff around it. But I just think it gives it a nicer look if it's sewn down. It's been a little while and I started sewing together and I finished his little head. It looks weird on its own, but I think it turned out really good. I'm gonna make a little dinner and then continue sewing him together. And I think we'll get him as a full picture today without the wings though, because they will not be dry today. We did it. I got him done. I sewed him together. And other than, well, his wings. But other than that, I think he turned out pretty great. I tried to get him in like a striking pose. I have no idea how that went. I don't think video translates it very good. But I'm really happy with him. He was tough to do, but not as bad as Pidgey's. I have a little dream that I'll tackle the winged Pokemon with wings like he has. So I'm thinking like this guy and a Butterfree, possibly a Venomoth. So I'm starting on Butterfree now. It's some simple colors, a lot simpler than this guy. So I hope they'll be doable because I want to finish the vlog here on Sunday and it's Saturday night now. Maybe a bit optimistic, I'll admit, but I'm hopeful. It has been a solid 5 minutes since I finished this either. So now I'm doing the next thing. I'm doing the Butterfree. I've drawn up a little sketch of the wings, because the wings is definitely the part that's going to cause the most trouble. The rest is literally just an oval. Not a problem at all. I have two approaches that I might take. I might go and chain this side and work upwards in rows. I might chain this side and work this way in rows. I think chaining here and working this way out gives a nicer result. We got progress. I have made the primary wing. I don't know, this thing. I just made one of each side because of course you have to like mirror them, and the back side is interesting, but that'll be hidden, so it's fine. Like a wing will be something like this, and then of course a black border all around. Good morning. It's the next day. Yesterday evening the lighting was weird, so I couldn't really use any of that footage. I have no idea if you saw that. I made these, and I started on like the lower part of the wing too. I want to film quickly how I do that, like to be able to post as a guide for the pattern, just to make sure that it's transparent and easy to follow. On the other note, our scyther wings, they still curl a bit, but definitely less. We're gonna sew them together too and sew them on, and they're still a little floppy, but you can't really avoid that. My voice is a little weird. My throat is starting to hurt a little, but I still hope that we're gonna make it through Butterfree and at least start on Venomoth and see where it goes. I filmed a little video, something in a tall format for the wings and how you put them together and stuff, both the embroidery and like the edges. Now I made a little horrifying drawing to map out the body, and it's gonna be tiny, so it'll take like an hour maybe to get it done, and then Butterfree should be done. I spent like an hour on this, and I like it. It looks, again, creepy without the wings, but that's alright. When we add the wings, it's better, I think. Butterfree's almost done. This is what we got. It needs antenna, and I've made them. Just need to like plop them on there. I decided to do the legs a little sitting, but we can like push them down for pictures or something. The cotton I use for these pieces, these stand up pretty neatly on their own. Remember when I said that I wanted to do Venomoth? Venomoth. Is it called that? It is indeed called Venomoth. When I said I wanted to do that, I hadn't really looked at it. I thought that was going to be the easiest one of the three. And it may still be that. But like, look at it. It's not as easy as I hoped it would be. I hoped it would be wings like these, but no patterns, and it would just be, yeah, basically like this body-wise, but just tapered at the end. It's not. It has squiggly lines and points on the head, but it's purple, and that's fun. So I guess we're gonna make a Venomoth in 6 hours at most. 6 hours. I pulled some colors. Obviously, you're not going to need all of them. This one up here seems a little too blue, and even though this one is technically too dark, I think just the three of these go well together. This for like the bottom, and then one or the other for wings and the other for like the rest of the body. And then I'm gonna, I think maybe gonna start with the body. I made like a sketch. The body is from the side and the wings are from the front. It looks weird, but I wanted to just fit together size wise. The problematic part is it has these like horns, antennas, something on the top of his head that I'm gonna need to factor into to the size of everything else. So I'm gonna start with the head. I think probably make the body after and make wings that fit it. I'm gonna make the wings the exact same way as I did Butterfree. Yeah, but I'm gonna sew in the like lines and stuff rather than slip stitch it into it, and hopefully I can make it so it's like in one sheet rather than two. I hope I can make it so I don't have to double them up. I made a head for Venomoth. These are on a little crooked. I may fix it later when I sew on the rest. I started by making these, and then I made the head. It's not quite a circle. It decreases on this side first, but I'm gonna continue making the body and then move on to the wings. I finished the body. I think size-wise it'll end up similar. A little bigger, obviously, but similar to Butterfree. I accidentally put the head the way so you can see my color change. That's annoying. I'm gonna start designing the wings now. So far I've spent 1.5 hours. It feels annoying that this is 1.5 hours of work. But it's doable, I think, to get it done today. It's not as bad as I imagined it would be. It is about 9 p.m. now, and I'm almost done with Venomoth. I did the wings and I sewed on little stripy things. I did them in purple rather than black because I just thought it would look nicer. So it needs like little hands and eyes, maybe some teeth. I'm not sure about that, but I think it has teeth. And then it's actually done, I think. I don't remember it having anything else. I'll double check, but basically done. I also finished this dude. So he has little wings. They're not as stable as I want them to be, but I think it's alright. I will recommend in the pattern that you had like little thin wire while using the crochet around these pieces just to keep the shape. I'm not gonna do it because honestly I don't care much. He's gonna sit on the shelf anyway, so it's gonna be fine. But he's done. Ready for, I don't know, attack. He's done. Butterfree's done. Venomoth is almost done. And I checked my Pokédex. Apparently, I need one more with this type of wing. It's Beedrill. It's not gonna be right now. It's gonna be another time. But I'm not as scared of that one. It's just a bee, right? What could go wrong? What could go wrong? It's time. We finished Venomoth. Look at these eyes. Look at this dude. I added some like claws just embroidered and some zigzags because it had that. And these very bubbly eyes. The eyes are supposed to be translucent. Very hard to do in yarn. I think like some safety eyes where there's also blue and translucent would look awesome. I don't own that. So this was what we could do, and I think it turned out really cool. And I'm so happy that I finished my little challenge about these 3 Pokemon. But yeah, this will definitely be it for this vlog. I want to say thank you so much for watching. If you watched all the way to the end, thank you very much. The patterns for these will be up at some point. I will link them below when they go live if you want to make them. And if you like the video, like the video. If you want to see more from me, please subscribe. It helps the channel out, even though it's still tiny. Bye!